on, everyone? Welcome to the Zero Excuses Podcast. This is the Wheelbook Wednesday edition. My name is Kenyon Ziska, the host and founder of this podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a really cool episode lined up for you guys today. What I want to talk with you about is how to get more done in one day than most people do in an entire month. So there's a couple key tools that I like to use to increase my productivity, and I'm going to go over those things with you today. You know, if you're listening to a podcast like this, I know you want to get more out of your life and more out of your day than most people dream about. So that's why I wanted to do this episode. It's 2017. There's so many distractions. There's so many ways that society has engineered to hijack our productivity on a daily basis. So I want to help you separate yourself from the crowd, separate you from perhaps your coworkers that like to sit around the coffee pot, shoot the shit, and waste their day away. You know, I read a kind of an alarming statistic recently that most workers only spend an hour and a half out of a 8-hour day being productive. And, you know, that's a lot of wasted time. And, you know, if I could make a small dent in that by talking about this here with you guys today, I think it'll make a world of difference and help society out as a whole. Anyways, enough of me rambling. Let's jump right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that you cannot multitask. Do not multitask. People, you know, it's been a buzzword for I don't know how many years, but multitasking is a bunch of bullshit. You know, you can't do two things at once. Our brains aren't wired to do that. So just get rid of that out of your vocabulary. Stop trying to multitask. The amount of time that you're going to waste switching from task to task is going to make you largely unproductive. Now, what I will suggest that you do is think about ways that you can combine a subconscious task, such as taking a walk, with a conscious activity, such as reading a book. You know, that's something that I like to do. That's a way that I find to get more done in a shorter amount of time. I'll talk about this technique here in a second, but I work in a 50-hour time chunk, and then at the end of that, I take a 10-minute walk. Well, I take a walk in a safe area. Don't do this on the side of a road or in a busy area where you have to be paying attention to cars or any number of dangers that may be out there. But do it in a safe spot. Take a walk. Take a book. I also like to throw on a weighted rucksack, so I get a lot done in that 10 minutes. So I get some exercise, I get some reading, I reset my brain so that I can, in that next hour, I can crush whatever I'm doing. So speaking of that technique is known as the Pomodoro Technique. Now, if you do it traditionally as the Pomodoro Technique outlines, you're going to work in a 25-minute chunk and take a 5-minute break. But, you know, our brains only have so much attention capacity. So if you're working in a constrained amount of time, you know that you have 50 minutes to get a activity done, you're going to pay more attention to executing that task, knowing that you are going to have a 10-minute break at the end, instead of just meandering through this task and dragging it out over, until lunchtime perhaps. So Pomodoro Technique, look it up, Google that shit. It's been a game changer for me. Another idea that I want to talk with you guys about is Parkinsons Law. And that law states that our work expands to the time allotted to that work. So if the classic example is, college kids trying to get that term paper done the night before it's due, and they haven't even started it, but some way they figure out a way to get it done, and who knows if they actually get a good grade on it. But that demonstrates to me that if we give ourselves way too much time to get things done and we drag it out, well, if we either shorten the amount of time that we give to a certain task, it'll increase our urgency that we give that task, and we're able to get that done in a much shorter period of time. A book that touches on this is The 12-Week Year. I'll drop that in the show notes, but that book talks a lot about this. I don't know if they've mentioned Parkinson's Law by name in the book, but it shares a lot of the same ideas. And the last idea that I want to share with you guys is task batching. And what I mean by that is you serially do related tasks, back to back, so that you get an economy of scale there, where you're, for example, in the frame of mind of writing a paper or writing emails or doing yard work. You do all those related tasks back to back, because you don't have to switch from writing a report to mowing the lawn, then back to writing a report, then writing an email. You do all those related tasks together so that you get the efficiency of being in the frame of mind of writing reports, writing emails, doing yard work, etc. So I'll drop a bunch of the resources, some links to some articles on these various subjects that I touched on here today. But, the last thing I want to leave you with here is you have to get in the frame of mind that you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. There's so many people out there that waste their day taking a break, going to get coffee, going to read the newspaper, doing unproductive things throughout the day. Guys, just get out there and put your nose to the grindstone, and you'll blow your competition away. You'll get so much more done, and who knows, maybe you'll have more free time at the end to spend with your family, hit the gym. I really hate the excuse that we don't have time for certain things in our lives, but we waste so much time. So I hope that what I talked about here is useful, it's helpful, and that you guys get so much more out of your days as a result. So before I leave you guys, don't forget to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/zeroexcuses. Don't forget to check out our blog over at kenyanzitska.com. And also, if you want to work closer with me, you want to get some supreme results out of your life, I do offer a one-on-one coaching program. You can fill out the application over at kenyanzitska.com/discipline, and we'll see if you're a good fit, and we'll take things from there. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Have a kick-ass day, and I will talk to you on Friday for the next episode of our Deacons of Discipline series.